What do we have here? All right, pretty excited about this. Wolfbox reached out to me and said they had interest in sponsoring the channel and sending me TriPro G900, and it got here quick. And this is going to go on the AMC. So this will help a lot for off-roading and just with general visibility concerns. Also dash-cam function, tons of stuff. This will be super nice. AMC is getting a spare tire carrier on the back, and that is going to completely eliminate my rear view. So this is perfect timing. Wolfbox G900 TriPro. So this is a mirror dash cam triple camera combo. So this has front camera, dash cam, rear camera, rear view mirror, it's everything. We're going to get to the install here, but I'm going to open it up. Check out what we had. So my rear view mirror actually fell off like a month ago. So they sent the tippy top spec kit here. So this has a mirror mount that comes with it. So I'll probably have to epoxy that to my glass. My windshield's cracked too, but we'll figure that out. What else do we have here? Mirror mount. I believe it also has a kind of clip over the top version. So you have a lot of different mounting options where you can clip it over your factory rear view mirror. Since mine is in my back seat currently, I'm not worried about that. What else? What else do we have? Came with a memory card, which is sweet. I did not even know it came with a memory card. Maybe this is because it's the top spec kit. 256 gigabyte memory card. That's sweet, thank you. So far they've been really good to deal with and work with, and they seem pretty happy to support the channel, and pretty excited about this. Alright, this appears to be the wiring kit. Trim tool, that's nice. Some add a fuse holders. I probably won't be using those because I have a bunch of spare wires under the dash, but nice that it came with a bunch of them. And then this is, I believe, the hardwire version. So I will probably use this. It's USB-C. That is the hardwire kit. A really nice box too, actually. So this can record in 4K, has voice control, 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi, GPS, and it's touchscreen. It's got all of the functionalities. Just the button layout. It is considerably larger than the factory AMC mirror, but I think that'll be pretty nice. So here is the dash cam lens. Should be pretty good visibility. Is it a license plate mount? For the rear camera, user manual. Rear camera cable, rubber straps to strap over your factory mirror if you have it. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Rubber straps, camera cable. That one's shrink wrapped and insulated. That's nice. And this is probably the longer rear cable that'll be ran inside the car. There's a lot of stuff in here. So one camera has a little mount. This is cigarette lighter. So you can just do that if you want to do not as permanent of an install. And we got some little adhesive wire guides. That's nice. Lens cloth. Comes with everything in here. Adhesive pad for camera mount. A few of those. Mount screws. A whole bunch of different mounting options. Some more little mount plates. This is the GPS, so that'll go up on the dash. Zip ties, a little trim tool, some more double-sided sticky tape. Comes with everything. And then we got the other camera. Sweet, so that is everything that comes in the package. That was a lot of stuff. I borderline feel like I have to do a time lapse through all that. Comes with everything I could need. So I will get to the install on the AMC here and we'll get moving on it. I'm probably going to, as they say, assemble everything, test everything before I get to the install. If there was an issue, it'd be nice to know before installing all of it. So should be good. I'll get it all bench tested and then we'll move on to the install. Okay, getting this prepped to bench test. So I'm using the fixed permanent mount, so I need to remove these little pads. If you're clipping it over your original mirror, you would not do this and you'd have a lot easier time, but this isn't hard. Just remove those pads, and then I need to remove those 4 screws under there, and then this mount will go into there and these little rubber band clips will come out. And you do want to save, obviously, all these parts. Save the little screws. You'll reuse these screws. Let's go into the new mount. It's really nice that this came with its own mount and everything. Even if my mirror was still on the car, old mirrors tend to be pretty junky, so the thing shook all over the place. Also, couldn't be because it has an LS swap. Unrelated, I'm sure. Easier if you don't have the world's largest thumbs. When people say they're all thumbs, they don't even know. So another note, I already had a front and rear camera on the AMC, but I'm not that wild about them, and they hook into my head unit, so it's a little annoying when I'm trying to back up and the stereo starts blasting and you can't access it because it's on the camera. But that being said, I have it on a little switchable button to go from front to rear camera and view it on the stereo. I may leave those intact and just get all the camera angles, so if I am off-roading alone, I can spot myself a lot easier. So run these maybe kind of up high, and then maybe I'll move my front and rears that are on the stereo down low so I can kind of spot rocks with them. At least that's the idea. I might just remove them, but we'll see. So there is a difference here. Be hard to tell on the camera, but there's a center pin on the rear camera, no center pin on the front camera. And there is a little keyway, so these can only go in one direction. Alright, that's all plugged in for bench test. I will say this is a bit bulky, but with how much functionality you get, I don't really see too much of a way around it. The only thing I could think is like making a single cable that can go out and do everything, but it would be 30 wire cable, so I'm not sure how reasonable that would be, so I kind of understand this. This is switched ignition. That's an extra wire I had from when I wired the car. And then I have constant power in this bundle going to this USB here. So I'll steal power from that too. So you need constant power, switched power, and a ground. That's what these are here, and they're all labeled, which is nice. And the instructions obviously tell you what to do. Red is accessory, black is ground, yellow is constant power. So this little box will just live down there too. I have a bunch of junk down here that'll all get organized and cleaned up when I do the center console eventually. Front camera. Also, don't worry about the wires. Like, they give you 20 feet of both wires, so you could have a very big vehicle like a van or something like that and still have plenty of wire. So front camera, I would like to be able to see my winch line and some angle down for spotting rocks and stuff like that. But like I said, mostly this is going to be a front view camera. I have my other camera mounted under there right now. That was before I did the bumper, so I need to move that somewhere. I'll probably use that one as the actual like rock spotting camera, so I'll probably put that down here somewhere. So this one will be just more front facing and winch line, but I'm thinking somewhere there, enough that I can adjust the tilt, but just right in the middle there. So I might have to tack a bracket to my bumper, but I'll figure it out. So you also see right here, I just added some shrink wrap over top of the connector. They say to do electrical tape, shrink wrap, whatever, just as an additional layer of protection from water intrusion. So I'm running this on the front one, the rear one, the connector is inside the car, so I'm not worried about it. Like, honestly, it would be helpful for recording videos.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like on a cruise or something. It'd be a pretty fun chase cam.
Especially having 3 options. Downloaded the Wolfbox app, so I can connect here, which is pretty sweet. So you can go to, this is all the saved files, so it'll loop over itself eventually, but this is all from today. All the videos, front, interior, rear camera. It also has an urgent section, so that's when it's disturbed, G sensor, or I believe if anybody walks near it, which for this car is going to be a problem because a lot of people walk near this car to check it out. So we'll see if it kills my battery or not. But yeah, it gives GPS coordinates. You can download that directly to your phone from the app, which is cool. Otherwise, you can pull the SD card out and download it that way. Pretty convenient though so far. And then there's also preview, so that'll give you location and current what is on the camera, which is pretty nice. So this is all over Wi-Fi, so connectivity is pretty good. Front cam, back cam, it's pretty sweet. And then it also has sound, so there's mics on here. Now, honestly, the sound was pretty good even with the windows down in this thing. We'll see how it turns out on video once I start editing. I can already tell this is going to be really nice to have for off-roading. So we're going to hit Walker Valley up here in Washington this weekend, I think. Not sure if that'll make it in the video or not, but I will try and probably upload some shorts after the fact. But I can already tell, like, compared to even the cameras I had before, but also just in general, like, having a front and rear view is going to be really nice for spotting obstacles. And just because the visibility out of this AMC, this creation, kind of sucks to begin with. Like, visibility out while driving is fine, but off-roading visibility is rough because you sit low in these Recaro seats and I'm tall, so you really don't have a great view out. It's tough to spot, so this is going to be fantastic. Just being able to switch through these cams super easy. Spot front, like, I'm not going to need to make Marcus get out of his truck all the time and spot me, so that'll be really nice. So then it also has the voice commands, which is really nice. So even using this on, like, drives as a YouTuber, if I can call myself that, is going to be really nice because I can just, if I'm going out for a cruise with friends or whatever, I can take the footage off of this, and it's already really well framed and set up cameras that are like 4K or 2.5K resolution. So really easy to set up as like a follow cam or somebody following you with the rear view. And you can just use voice commands to tell it. It's been a couple days driving around with the Wolfbox G900 TriPro, and it's been pretty nice. It's definitely a little bit of a learning curve as far as getting used to it. Just it not being a regular mirror there is very different, but it is nice. It still is reflective, so with the screen off, you can just use it as a regular mirror. And I'm finding even with the screen on, if you're, depending on how you're looking at it, you can either use it as a regular mirror and see the footage at the same time. So it kind of gives you double usage out of it, which is nice. Otherwise, front and rear cameras are both IP67 waterproof and dustproof, so those are going to be protected even out in the elements, which is pretty sweet. And not too much else. I mean, really, like, it's been solid. I've been driving around using it. We're going off-roading this weekend. Like I said, I'll probably throw a short up of that and see how it is. But we went out and hit some just like little trails locally out on some forest roads, and it was pretty nice being able to see obstacles out in front of you, what was coming up, what's behind you. Just it kind of takes place of having an additional spotter without having to make somebody get out of their truck. I've also found with the 5.8 gigahertz Wi-Fi that it has, that downloading from the rear view mirror to the app itself and downloading directly to your phone footage is actually pretty fast. Even with like iffy service, it's been pretty seamless and pretty solid. So that's a pretty nice upgrade as well. It is dark out now, so I'm also going to get some night footage, and I'll throw that video into the main video here direct from the camera. But we'll see how that does. So far, it's, again, seemed pretty good. Seems like you can see license plates and all the info you would need if there was ever an issue or an accident or anything like that. So, again, yeah, no real complaints on it. Also, I will say, you know, Wolfbox did send me this. They reached out, but I try to only work with companies that I actually think I will like the product in the first place. I get tons of offers to do review videos and try products and whatever else, and I ignore or turn down most of them just because I don't think it would be something I would see value in, or I don't think it's a quality enough product to warrant me taking it on. And I do always tell companies every time, like, hey, if I don't like it, I'm gonna put that in the video, or if I have issues with it or whatever else. So they know that in advance, and you know, they sent it out, and I really don't have any complaints about this so far. If I, you know, do end up having an issue or complaint, but overall, I see a lot of value in this, and for the money, I think it's a really good option. It's a well-refined product, and if you see value in it, then go for it. Wolfbox did give me a code. I actually don't even know if I get any sort of kickback or commission off of that, but I will put the code in the description below. If you see value in it and want one, go ahead and order it. You can get them on Amazon or on Wolfbox's website. Both the links will be in the description for this. And yeah, go out and grab one for yourself if you like it.